John. Just what impressed you the most about the offensive performance tonight?
27 assists, 4 turnovers in a league game. Ridiculous. The stuff we emphasized, they did. I told them, I'm disappointed in you guys, but I was more disappointed in me that I let it get to that. Now, what we did offensively, that's how we want to play. Not scoring 108, but the spacing, the passing, the movement, the cutting. And we kind of got away from that. And it ended up being one action, somebody shoot it, somebody bounce it. And we worked a couple days. And now I don't want to do what I did against Auburn, which is the 2 practices because we traveled and all that. I'm saying we're practicing tomorrow. Now, I'm going to travel after, but we're going to practice tomorrow. And then we're going to practice Friday, and we're going to go to Georgia. Georgia's the leading scoring team in the country. They press the game. They scramble the game up. They run people at the ball. They're really a good team. They're big. They rebound. It's going to be a really hard game for us.
How impressed are you, or how encouraging is it, given the first time you guys really get punched in the mouth against Auburn, you come back with this type of performance?
You know, it's amazing. I've had more people tell me, I love your team. Today, Julius Randle texted me and said, I really love your team. I said, did you watch the last game? He said, it doesn't matter. Different people are calling me about this group and saying you have a lot of pieces. And what you got to do is there are games where you just got to find 5 guys. Like, we're not doing this, but these 5 are. But we hit a game where we couldn't even find 5. I was looking for 5. We couldn't find 5. And I even told Lamont after, I said, what you just did here, we did at Auburn. It's the same thing. You kind of let go of the rope. We did the same. But they're a good team. I mean, I've watched them on tape. They either won the game or had a chance to win every game they played. We had been the same with top 10 opponents, and then we hit Auburn. So hopefully we learned our lesson. We don't want to feel the way we felt after that game.
Yeah, we talked about the paint points after the Auburn game tonight. You guys outscored South Carolina 66-36 in the paint. Was that a big area of emphasis in practice this week, or just what do you make of that statistic?
We wanted the court more spaced so we could throw some stuff over the top. So if they collapsed, we had good spacing, and that's what we worked on for 2 days. So we start the game, and I was so proud of Nick. We were at my house, which is what we do before home games, and having dinner at my house, and I grabbed him, and I said, I haven't asked you, are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. And he was fine. Made free throws, dunks, blocked balls, rebounded. I mean, he was really good, really good. But Malik didn't guard like him. Like, you couldn't go by Nick. You tried to drive, he stopped you. Malik still opens the gate. You drive, he opens the gate. You drive, he opens the gate. But he's getting better. But he did some great stuff, rebounding, scoring. He gives you one more guy. Now my job is to get his motor hotter. Got to get his motor hot. And, but they both did well. TB did well.
Yeah, and mentioning both Nick and Malique Ewin, it's the first time both of them have scored in double figures in the same game this season. I guess just what kind of element does that add to your offense when both those guys are scoring at a high clip?
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, we're not a back-to-the-basket kind of team, and you look around the world, there's not a whole lot of those, okay? So ours is we're throwing it over the top. We're driving lanes, dropping it off. We're shooting layups, floaters, and that's how we got most of those points. I mean, lobs are – guys did good.
Yeah, didn't see Nick and Malique Ewin overlap. We're just kind of wondering how much more experimentation.
It was funny.
Around.
The thing that I went to put Nick in, he goes to the table and he says, let him stay. He's playing really well. I'm like, all right. And then he went down and just go get him. But it's nice that they care enough about each other The last piece to this is me playing both those guys together and figuring out. The problem happens when you're playing 2 games a week. You know, you're almost experimenting in games, and these are league games. But it's the last piece of this. The way we were last game, we didn't have anybody else playing well. We might as well play those 2 together and see what happened.
Even still wanting to do that, they were both very effective when they were alternating tonight. Why do you think that is, and what makes it tough for other teams?
Well, they had great energy. I mean, you guys were at the game down there. They bulldozed us. They outran us. They out-hustled us. They beat us to 50-50 balls. We never hit anybody. They always hit us. Tonight, we talked about it. I mean, you know, the thing is, this team has a chance. And it's my job to stay on this. And my will be stronger than their will. What happened at Auburn, I take as much responsibility as any player on this team. And I told you, I was disappointed in myself. And part of it was I didn't recognize what was happening. And let me tell you how coaching is. When things are going good, you sometimes put your head in the sand and just try to win the next game. And normally you get kicked in the butt while your head's in the sand at some point. And so I kind of did that. Like, we win a couple games, we're in first place, and we're doing it. We're going to Auburn, you know, and I kind of, so I got a job to do for these guys and holding them accountable. I held Darius accountable. He hit the floor. Maybe he got a foul. What I was mad about was that he didn't sprint back. He's pointing like and running back like that. No, you're not going to do that. You hit the floor, you get up for your teammates and run and get back into the play. And we may have been, you know, up 18 or whatever we were up. It doesn't matter. So, you know, doing what we're doing. And then you look, Mississippi won another game. I told them. I told the team after. You play like you did against us, you're winning games. I think they won their last 2. I don't know how I get started on that one, but I got one more question because I'm going home.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about you guys only turning it over 4 times. You forced 16 turnovers, 22-2 advantage, and points off turnovers. Was that something that you keyed in on film or something that y'all saw, or was it just a matter of guys playing a little bit harder?
When the other team is playing harder than you to start the game and you have to catch up, it wears you down. So at some point you're going to let go of the rope. That's what happened to us last game. Kind of happened to them this game. The second piece of that, when you're behind the action, you're reacting slower also. And they're reacting faster because they're playing harder. They were more desperate. We were just playing basketball. They were fighting for their lives. So now that's when I think we had 14 turnovers in that game. So, but Auburn's good. Did they win tonight?
No, they lost to Missouri.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, I'm out.